You know, I'm a little older than Heather and Taylor. I'm really struggling with this light over here. So if you could help me out, I'd appreciate it. I am back. Why am I back? I don't know. I'm not the best man. Why am I here? It goes something like this. Joe's friend from California, who was supposed to be the best man, because of circumstances beyond his control, couldn't make it out here. 3 days ago, Joe found out about it. His father graciously stepped in as his best man. But for some strange reason, developed a bad case of laryngitis last night and cannot talk at all. So Joe says to Kelly, "What are we going to do, babe? Somebody's got to say something for me." And Kelly says, "Well, ask Ace. He'll say anything." And Joe says, "Well, what if he doesn't talk?" Kelly says, "I don't know." Joe says, "I know. We'll get the guy that I get my coffee from 7-Eleven to speak a little bit." So it's between me and the guy from 7-Eleven, and that's how I got here. But truly, you know, I was honored when Joe asked me, because I had known him from when he was 6 years old. And actually, he was one of the first in the family to greet me when I was introduced to the Taylor family, my wife Susan. That story goes something like this. I drove over to meet my wife's mother. And then back in those days, 35 years ago, I played in a rock and roll band. So I had very long hair. I had a feather earring hanging down from here. I had much different clothes on than I have today. And I'm standing outside trying to, you know, make a good impression on her mother, and I see this little freckle-faced kid running around like he's on a sugar high somewhere. He's already got one arm in a sling and a bruise on his head. And he's running around, and he stops, and he looks at me, and stares up, and then he runs around again, and he looks at me. Then he peeks inside my car. I had some kind of a bag there, looked like a pocketbook, but I used to carry my music and tuner in there. And he looks in there, and he walks around again, and he stares up at me, and he says, "Are you a fag?" I said, "Who is this pain in the ass? Somebody's got to do something about this kid." Strange enough, I've also known Kelly when she was young, when she stayed with the Dankers for a while. And she was always one of Chrissy's favorite friends to me. I always thought she'd grow up to be a lovely young woman, and she far surpassed that. She's not only beautiful inside and out, but she's sweet and congenial, and she's so fun to be with. She's an asset to the family. We welcome her, and I know she'll be a terrific wife for Joe. As far as Joseph, he's still a pain in the ass. And I was right when I said that somebody should straighten him out. But to his credit, he straightened himself out. I've watched Joe as he's gone through heartaches and adversity, and in some cases, self-induced difficulties, to rise far above it to become the fine young man that he is today. I am very proud to stand here and say that he is my nephew, and I know he'll make an exceptional husband for Kelly all these years. So I'd just like to wind up with one thing that I could leave. I could read it as a little piece of advice. See, I can't. You know, tonight, there were more than wedding vows exchanged. Tonight, 2 hearts were exchanged. Kelly, you gave yours to Joseph, and Joe, you pledged yours to Kelly. Treasure that gift. Do nothing to belittle it. Never take advantage of it. Love each other unconditionally. Support each other unceasingly in everything you do. Strive unendingly to fill each other's needs. And most of all, at no time, never ask for that gift, your heart back. A heart is a very tender thing. Once you give it away, you can never have it returned unbroken. A wise man once gave me a definition of a friend. He said, a friend is one who walks in when the whole world walks out. I suggest to you two today a similar definition for a partner in marriage. A good husband or wife is one who hangs in when everything else runs out. Joe and Kelly, on this your wedding day, as your lives unfold, and in the end, three things remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love, for love conquers all. May God bless you with a very long, happy, and remarkable wedding.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass to the newlyweds.